Up, Bloody Nerdigans! This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. Today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kengan Omega chapters 298 through 300. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content. Because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content, like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we cover in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked winter anime season in full swing and more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last time I covered Kengan Omega, we finished up the sparring match between Oma and Koreshi, and oh my god, was it everything. Oh god, I really hope Koreshi's going to take part in the fight against Shen Wulong. But now we're getting into the Nitoku fight, or Nitoku spar. So let's get into 298 first, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled Oma versus Nitoku. Here we go. You've clearly demonstrated just how strong you are. I'll come at you with everything I have. Takamichi, a novelist writing under the pen name Onomichi Nitoku, on the side of fighting in the Kengan matches. A critic once reviewed his self-proclaimed magnum opus Blade of the Mandrake, stating, "It was pure agony. Aww, aww. I'm ready when you are." All right, here we go. Takuno's sambo is no joke. Even Takeda's gonna have a hard time with it if he fights him head on. Koreshi is just like done. He's so done. I mean, that fight was intense. I know Takano will absolutely be trying to shift into grappling, and Takeda will be in trouble if he follows along with that. On the other hand, Takano will want to avoid a striking fight. He'll try to set the pace of the match as quickly as possible. But Takeda's not going to let him take the initiative that easily. This match will only start moving towards the back half. Wait, how do you read that far ahead? Narashima Joji. Dude, this panel of Joji's everything. It's no wonder he's considered one of the top karate practitioners in all of Japan. I'm guessing he plays the fool all the time as a bluff. But now he's showing his true colors. Dude, I wish Joji would fight Shen Wulong. I really would. I really do wish he would, but that's his bro. He's not going to do that. He's not. And also, I love that bromance. That bromance is everything, so. But man, the other thing I do want to point out with this, you gotta wonder that potential that Koga has. If Joji is that strong, Koga have potential. He does. But I don't know if Koga could reach Joji's level of awesomeness. I don't know. Koreshi, this is no time to be napping. You need to call the match in. Give me a break. I'm exhausted over here. Why don't you lift a finger for once? Strikes, throws, holds. I'll take anything you throw at me. Have at you. Oh, you don't need to tell Oma twice. Okay, are you guys ready? He got forced into Koreshi. He got forced into this after all. Remember, no going overboard and no kicking your opponent when he's down. Ooh, I knew he'd take a striking stance. That's a wise choice. You've got 3 minutes. Clock starting. Ooh, here we go. My strikes might not be any less powerful than his, but they're self-taught. I doubt they'll do much against Takeda. In a frontal assault, that is. Right, Kitty? Yeah. I'll have to go for a counter. I'll move in tandem with Takita's first strike and hit him back with all my might. Can you do that, Kitty? Oh no, Kitty just wants to be bad kitties. I'll have to go for a counter. Damn it. Kitty, you distracted me. I'll move in tandem with Takita's first strike and hit it back with all my might. I'm guessing that Takita can only use the technique that disperses strikes when he's fully focused on defense. So I'll let him have the first move and stifle his technique. I'm going for broke. I'm betting everything on this first strike. Ooh! Ooh! All right, let's see what you got. Ooh, Toku went in, he tackled him. Ooh, that's a nice ass shot of Oma, though. Oma's ass looks amazing here. Ooh, you still tackle me after you passed out, huh? Gotta be honest, that startled me. Dude, that was fast! Is this guy for real? He knocked Toku Ono out in one punch. Toku Ono was preparing for a counter, but he moved quicker than Toku Ono could react. He's growing. These 5 matches are nourishing his rapid growth. I mean, the fact that if Ono could keep up with Koreshi, Toku Ono had no chance. He had no chance. So, like, let's be real. I don't think anyone's surprised at this. I really feel like, if anything, I think Toku Ono should have gone before Koreshi and had Koreshi and Joji as the last 2. I think it was a mistake to not have Toku Ono go before them, but at least in my opinion. But here we go. I had a feeling it would come to this, but I'm still quite surprised. You're growing at an astonishing speed. I'll bring up the rear. All right, here we go. Narashima Joji, one of the 3 strongest practitioners of Rokushin Kaiken, the biggest full-contact karate institution in Japan. All right, Narashima, don't hold out on me. Come at me. Give me everything you got. Well, I had a feeling it would come to this, as if all his predictions didn't fall through. Well, now that you mention it, he said it with so much confidence, I didn't even know this. That's just how he is. You just gotta accept it. All right, now let's get to 299. Which is titled Left Eye of God. You've impressed me. You fought well through the pain. Takita Oma, your final opponent in the fiery 5 fights will be me. Is he still dragging out that joke? Is he still dragging out that joke? All my opponents have been tricky ones, but Narashima's the hardest to figure out. Even Wulong acknowledged his strength. This is going to be a tough fight. Well, yeah, Narashima Joji's friend, Shen Wulong. Hey! That should be his bro! Not his friend. Like, this is one of those times where I'm like, okay, it should be bro. It shouldn't be friend. That is his bro. But yeah. What happened? Did I get knocked out? Yeah, you did. You picked just the right time to wake up. They're about to start, Tokono. Poor Tokono. Like, bro, you got, it was one punch, man. Oh my god, that's so punny. Okay, you ready? Careful you don't hurt yourselves, okay? Fight! Here we go. Woo. He widened the distance ever so slightly. Then I'll go with this. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's neutralizing the power of those... Wait, sorry, I fucked this up. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's neutralizing the power of those strikes. So it doesn't matter how many hits he lands. He might as well be hitting a brick wall. Ooh. Hold up. It wasn't Joji just randomly striking Oma. He was hitting specific points. I know I'm diverting the strike's power, so how come it hurts so much? Because he's hitting specific points with his specific nerve points. That is so sneaky. And there it is, the touch of death. Yeah, an attack that can gain. Oh my god, Kitty, you distracted me. Oh, my Kitty's being so naughty. An attack that can strike a moving opponent's pressure points with pinpoint accuracy, see? So even if you neutralize the power of the strike itself, you can still feel the pain. Nasty, isn't it? Yeah, dude, I want to see Joji fight Shen Wulong so bad. I really do. Ugh. I know it's the bromance. I know I'm gonna get shit for bitching about it, but still, I mean, I want to see it. But speaking of something I need to kind of be a little nitpicky about, this is on page 8 of 299, bottom middle panel, where we're getting the visual exposition. I'm sorry, Daramion, this is stiff. Joji is looking a little too stiff here. Because you see the flow, you have the flow of the aura that's going on here. And Joji's like this, when I feel like he should be moving. I don't know, maybe it's just me being weird, but like, I feel like his body should be kind of moving with the flow of aura, but that's what it seems like to me. Something going on here. It just doesn't look right to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We're within full contact range now. I better take my distance. Oh, not. Yeah, I kicked him. He hit me right when I couldn't divert the power. How is he doing this? Karate is all I know. But yeah, here we go. So now we got the Nico style adamantine kata iron breaker. All right, let's see how Joji stops this. And that's why I'm pretty confident in my karate. Yeah! Joji, my beast you. I love Joji. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, he's tricky in a different way than kickboxing or Muay Thai. I'm not gonna get him with a frontal assault in just 3 minutes. Then I'll do this. Oh, looks like he just noticed. Yeah, that's what I would have done. You circled around to my left side where my vision's porous. It's an entirely rational idea. It would be rational if, yeah, Joji didn't probably perfect it, or perfect how to defend his blind spot. Damn, that hit. Ooh. Did we get a close-up of it? Yeah, we got a close-up of it, too. Okay, I really wish we would get, like, here. This is, like, on page 14. I know we get a close-up of after the fist, after Joji, like, moves his fist back of Oma's face. I really wish we would have gotten the close-up, the extreme close-up of, like, the fist, like hella slow-mo of Joji's fist hitting Oma's face, because damn, Momo is fast! Ooh, damn, Joji! Ooh, that speed art is fabulous, Daramion. Oh my god. How can he see me? What's up with his left eye? Oh, I get it. Narushima actually has good vision in that eye, right? No, his vision really is poor in his left eye, but it can see more than average in a manner of speaking. Koreshi, shouldn't you be, reffing right now? What's there to do but watch the clock? What do you mean by that, Koreshi? What secret does Narushima's left eye hold? Well, the whole reason his left eye got like that in the first place was because of an accident he got into while training in the mountains. Okay, so we're getting to the secret behind his eye. Of course it was when he was fighting a bear! Oh my god. Narushima went to train in the mountains in his 20s, inspired by the Manga Karate Master! You know what? That does not surprise me at all. That does not surprise me that Joji went to the mountains to train because he got inspired by a manga. That does not surprise me at all. And I freaking love it. Oh my god. Narushima went to train in the mountains in his 20s, inspired by the manga Karate Master. There he encountered a brown bear which gouged his left eye out. He managed to defeat the bear at the end. Dude, Joji is a beast, man. Narushima's vision in his left eye was permanently reduced ever since. However, perhaps, oh, I love this visual exposition. This is great. Perhaps as a side effect of his injury, Narushima's left eye can see a wider range, albeit dimly. And by a wider range, I mean it far exceeds the average person's visual field. His field of vision rivals a wild animal's. That's a huge asset to a martial artist. Now, here's what I'm going to say about the visual exposition art here. I'm glad we have something, but I kind of wish that Daramion went into more of like the photorealism style of anatomical art for the eye. Like, I would have loved to see like a profile of the eye, and then like have like a frontal, and then have the front facing of the eye, so we could get like a clear anatomical like view of where of how Joji's eye was like affected, like in terms of like the nerve, possibly like the nerves and stuff like that. Like I think that would have been just a little bit more interesting. I know it's weird that I'm being this nitpicky, but considering what Daramian has given us in terms of art, especially anatomical art, it doesn't make sense why we're not getting it here. Unless something going on with Daramian, which something tells me there's something going on. But damn. The left eye of God, regular right eye, that's what Narashima calls them. Dude. I'm not gonna lie, what Narashima, Joji who he reminds me of is Takamura in Hajime no Ippo, because Takamura did something very similar, but it wasn't because of a manga. He just did it just because he was he wanted to go train in the mountains, and he fought a bear as well. But he didn't like have his eyes like all fucked up. No. The bear like left like claw marks on Takamura's chest. I'm telling you, go read Hajime no Ippo. You will thank me for it. That manga is amazing. Oh my god, I love Hajime no Ippo so much. But damn, Joji! Damn! Let's read this again here. Narashima went to train in the mountains in his 20s, inspired by the manga Karate Master, and there he encountered a brown bear which gouged his left eye out. He managed to defeat the bear in the end, but Narashima's vision in his left eye was permanently reduced ever since. However, I love this paneling for this. It's so good, but especially with the red eye. But yeah, here, as I said, here's where I kind of wish we would have had more real, like a photorealistic kind of style eye here, because we've seen it with brains and stuff, so it's like it don't make sense to me. Perhaps as a side effect of his injury, Narashima's left eye could see a wider range, albeit dimly. And also the chart we do have here, you could have still had this chart, mind you, but it would just be in front of the photorealistic eye. That's what I was thinking. And by a wider range, I mean it far exceeds the average person's visual field. So basically, average person's is like right here, right? It's like a half. Joji's, he has the dim. Here you have the full. It's like a what, like 3/4, something like that. And then Joji's is right here. And then the rest of it is dim. That's so crazy. His field of vision rivals the wild animals. That's a huge asset to a martial artist. Left eye of God, regular right eye. That's what Narashima calls them. But now knowing this, does Koga have the same potential as Joji? I mean, for fuck's sakes, Joji fought a goddamn bear. That's what I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if Koga can reach that level of badassery. So that eye is the product of a cruel twist of fate. I didn't know that was the story behind Narashima's scar. No, not the scar. His wife gave him that scar when she scratched her in a marital dispute. Oh, is his wife some kind of predator? Dude! I love that the scar is from his wife. That's just funny. Whatever the case, it won't be easy getting past his eye. So what are you going to do about it, Takeda? Dude, that is fucking hilarious. So the eye is from a bear, right? But the scar's from his fucking wife. Like, I love this man. I love Joji. All right, so now we're at chapter 300, which is titled The Fiery Five Fights Concluded. All right, so we got the left eye of God, regular right eye. And Narashima, oh, this is much better in terms of visual exposition. Narashima has no blind spots on his left side. Ooh, okay. Oh, we got the thwack, too. This is nice, and I love the change in the backgrounds as well. Yes, we got X-ray art, thank God! So we're seeing where it affects his body. It's a calf kick. Ooh, a calf kick. He's got the new strikes down, too. Ooh, is that karate? Sure is. He's maintaining full contact karate range. Sure, Narashima's eye isn't going to give him much of an advantage at that range, but on the other hand, dude, oh, it looks so badass here. He's trying to fight him on his home turf, and he's getting nowhere with it fast. Ooh! Outside roundhouse kick, dude! Ooh! Ooh! An outside roundhouse kick. Well, that's a useful kick, because you could throw it at close range. Not as powerful as a regular roundhouse kick, though. Gotta say, Takita's tough, because Narishima's outside roundhouse is powerful enough to knock high-level black belts off their feet. Okay, so now we're getting... so he almost used indestructible. Oh, dude, if it wasn't for that, yeah, he almost would have been done. Pretty impressive. I hear that most branches of full-contact karate bar hits to the face. Let's see. Because of that, it centers on exchanges at extremely close range. It's developed techniques you just don't see in other martial arts. Pretty awesome, Narashima. Duh! He sure is a cut above the rest in terms of striking. How far can my strikes get me against an opponent on his level? I can't wait to find out. He's starting to scare me. He's using Narashima like a textbook. That goes to show that he's got his sights set far beyond him. Well, but the thing is with Joji, though, and like I feel like this needs to be pointed out, is Joji, would you guys say Joji is like a step down from Shen Wulong? I think he would be the closest in terms of power to Shen Wulong that we know of. And that's saying a lot. Because damn, this is why I really would love to see Shen Wulong spar with Joji. I need to see that. I need to at least see that. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, this looks... I was thinking maybe this looks a little stiff. It just could be me, but it does kind of look a little stiff. It's mainly the thing that's throwing me off a little bit. Again, this could be just karate stance. I don't know. But it really feels like from the hip up, it looks off. The body does. It's been looking a little stiff. It kind of looks awkward. Again, I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments. But from the hip down, it looks fabulous. Yes, we got anatomical art! Thank you! We got X-ray art! Yes! This is what I've been wanting! Ooh! Ooh, this musculature is nice. The bone's nice, too. He's focusing on his left leg. He's trying to take Takita's legs out from under him. Ooh. Nico style redirection cut. Let's see if that works. Entanglement strike. Dude, that entanglement strike is nice. Let's see. Ooh, Nico style adamantine and flame caught a flashing steel smash. Is that gonna work? Nope. Luring me into a position where I can't dodge the attack even if I see it coming. Now that's a pretty nifty strategy. I think I did... Oh, so the 3 minutes are up. I think I did pretty well against you for 3 minutes. Not sure I'd call it nifty, though, but I'm going to win next time around. I don't know. Well, Takita, you made it through all 5 rounds. Did that help you at all? Yeah, it probably did. Especially, I think Hiroshi and Joji is the ones that helped him the most. Yeah, thanks. I figured out what I got to do. All right, let's head on over to the after party. How about I invite Koga and Ryuki, too? Just how fancy free is this, guys? I guess his phone's dead. You want to try calling him, Kureshi? Why do I have to? It's not like that's going to make much difference. Oh, right. Karara told me about this. They must be... Oh, yeah! So they're still with the Kyurei. So day 1 of Ryuki and Koga's training, ooh, Kiri Karua's mother, Kiri Yakusha. Dude, she is fine. Nice reaction. I was going for the finisher. We better split up, Koga. We're never beating them at this rate. Got it then. I'm going to bounce. The 2 of them were being toyed with by the Kiri clan. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I'm glad that the Kiri clan are whooping their asses. I am. But damn, Joji, this 300 chapter, man, I am very pleased. For the most part. I'm pleased that with the Joji content that we got here. I'm pleased we got anatomical art, that we got the X-ray art. Thank God! Like, that was the one thing, or that was one of many things that I was missing from here. Oh my God, like, Joji's a goddamn beast. The man is a monster. But yeah, like, Joji really does, I can't help but think of Takamura when we get this bear story. But yeah, Pro is a beast. But dude, I just can't help but think that he got his eye fucked up from, by the bear, but like the scars from his life. That shit is funny. I love that. But the other thing I'm very curious about, though, is in terms of Koga's potential. Because we know Koga has a similar eye situation happening. And Joji, let's be real, Joji kind of had this kind of eye happening too. He had like a fighter's eye, but like when he got injured by the bear, it expanded it. But I don't think Koga's not gonna. I don't think Koga will reach that level of badassery, considering how Joji got this eye. Or do you think he will? That's a great. Or do you think the training with the Curie is gonna help? I don't know. I don't think he will get like a kick-ass God's eye like Joji. I don't know. I can't believe I'm going to be comparing this to Kagurabachi. But, like, I gotta, we saw this in Kagurabachi with Samura's daughter, Iwari, that she, like, how she got her power was by imitating Samura. Like, she fought, even though she's not blind, she fought with her eyes closed. I gotta wonder if, the reason why I bring this up is I gotta wonder if Koga did something similar, because how Joji got stronger is when he lost a part of his sight, or his vision weakened, like the rest, he had to compensate for it. I gotta wonder if maybe, like, if Koga did something like that, maybe he could gain a little bit more awareness because of his eyes. Because of, like, his innate gift of the fighter's eye. But then I really don't want Koga to surpass Joji's badassery. I don't want him to. I got a feeling it's going to happen anyway, but let me know what you guys think about these chapters, and what do you guys think about this chapter as a 300 chapter? I'm actually not mad at it. I like what we got here for the most part, because we got to, like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the backstory, part of me thinks like the backstory behind Joji's eye could have been the 300 chapter, but like the fight's concluding on the 300 chapter makes complete sense to me. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more Kengan content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.